Hey there guys, it's Attack on Samurai, and here is another Wi-Fi battle for you guys. This is Wi-Fi battle number 55, I think. You can tell it's been a while since I've actually recorded a Wi-Fi battle, but anyways, this is a battle I had, against a, guy named Payton, still using the, Mega, Houndoom, and Black Kieran team, because again, this team has been putting in so much work for me. So yeah, let's show the battle. I actually barely remember this battle. So yeah, let's get down to it. Hopefully, I kept the options on for the battle effects, because that would suck if I messed up. So he's gonna start off with his Zatu. As I start off with my Rotom, he's gonna go for a U-turn. So okay, so he's gonna go for a U-turn because Zatu doesn't want to get hit by a Volt Switch or a whatever. So he's gonna bring in Garchomp, predicting the Electric type move, which is a pretty smart play on his part. However, I did go for the Volt Switch, and yeah. Again, first turn moves don't really matter too much. So he's gonna switch out Garchomp, gonna go back into the Zatu, and I go for my Hydro Pump. I miss, so yeah, I think I go for it again. I believe I go for it again. Yeah, I go for it. He goes for a trick right here, so he's gonna give me his Choice Scarf, which is actually a really smart play for him. But yeah, I'm gonna go for the Hydro Pump. I'm gonna land it, and it's gonna do a lot to the Zatu. Doing about half actually, but because of leftovers, it's gonna live another Hydro Pump, I believe. So yeah, he's gonna switch out. Gonna go into his Penguino, aka his Empoleon, as I switch out. I'm bringing in my Bell, my Gardevoir. So I'm gonna switch out because I don't want to get hit with a Flash Cannon, and I'm gonna bring Rotom back in, I believe. Yes, I do. As he goes for Stealth Rocks. That was a good play for him, getting up his free Stealth Rocks, which are gonna hurt Kieran B and Mega Houndoom later. However, I do believe I think I get rid of them with Scizor. But anyways, I'm gonna go for the Willow on this play, and now his Porygon 2 is gonna be burned, which is actually gonna play which I believe, if I remember correctly, I think it's gonna play. It's gonna matter a lot later on in the battle with this being burned. So, anyways, gonna bring in my Toxic Slippy, my Toxicroak. He's gonna switch, gonna go into his Sacagawea, aka the Zatu, as I believe, when it was the switching. So I'm gonna go for the Sucker Punch, and that's gonna take out his Zatu right there. So Zatu's gone. Don't have to worry about. I didn't have to worry about Magic Bounce anymore. So that means, and I mean, it doesn't really matter because my team doesn't really set up hazards anyway. But still, gonna bring in Red X to take whatever move this Galley was gonna hit me with. So this is actually a Mega Galley, so yeah, he's gonna Mega Evolve, and I believe he either goes Sword Stance or he goes for a close combat. I think it's Sword Stance though. Yeah, it is. So this is pretty bad. And this is my defensive wall. So I was hoping that I could take a hit from this thing. He's gonna go to he goes for the close combat, and it takes on my Red X. So yeah, losing my defensive wall that early in the game kind of sucks, but it's all good. So I'm gonna bring in Rotom, and I believe I go for the Willow on this play. He actually goes for another Sword Stance because he knows I wanted to go for Willow. So okay, no, I actually went Discharge. Oh yeah, I remember, I went Discharge because I wanted to try and paralyze this thing. So I did get the para, which actually mattered a lot because then I was able to take out this Gallade. So yeah, I go for another Discharge, and Gallade goes down. So that was very, very lucky on my part. If I didn't get that Discharge para, I probably would have lost. I mean, I probably would have lost Rotom early, in the game, most likely. But anyways, I'm gonna switch in Rotom. Gonna bring in my Kyurem, and I'm gonna try and like scare him, because most Kyurems, most Kyurem Bees are scarfed. So he's gonna go for an Earthquake. As I guess on the switch in, predicting. I guess on the switch in. So he's actually gonna switch out Garchomp because he doesn't want to take a Choice Scarf Ice Beams or whatever. So he's gonna bring in the Kinkeldor as I go for Ice Beam. Ice Beam does a good amount to this Kinkeldor actually. It does about 70%. So I'm gonna switch out Kyurem. Gonna go into Bell to take the Mach Punch or Drain Punch that Kinkeldor was gonna hit me with. So yeah, Bell traces Iron Fist. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, he's sitting for the Mach Punch. Mach Punch does no damage. I mean, it doesn't do that much. He's sitting for another Mach Punch, trying to get me into the yellow. Barely does. Bell goes for the Moonblast, and that's gonna knock out Kinkeldor. So that was one huge threat off the team that I had to worry about. So yeah, two huge threats: Gallade and Kinkeldor. So he's gonna bring in the Empoleon as I go for a Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt actually does a lot and actually took out his Empoleon. So that Empoleon was most likely defensive, maybe like physically defensive, not especially defensive or mixed defensive. Maybe it just had HP investment, I don't know, or it could have been offensive. But it went down, so yeah, he's gonna go for an Iron Head. Don't know why he did. I mean, I guess that kind of makes the most sense, because he didn't want to go for, because he can't go for the Dragon type move. Can't go Earthquake because of Rotom, so I guess Iron Head was his best play. Anyways, I'm gonna bring in Kyurem. Kyurem is going to drop to the Stealth Rocks, which kind of sucks, but it does give me a free switching into Rotom. So bring in Rotom, and I believe I went Hydro Pump again, as he actually switches, predicting the Hydro Pump, and I think he goes into his Porygon. So he does bring the Porygon back, as I actually went Willow. Okay, so I went for the Willow instead. So I'm gonna switch out Rotom, and I believe I went into Houndoom, I think. Okay, no, I went into a Toxic Slippy. So gonna bring in Toxic Slippy as he switches out. I think he goes into his Garchomp. Yeah, he goes back into Garchomp on the switch in. So I go for a Sucker Punch with the Toxic Slippy, and it does a decent amount, but I do get the lucky Poison Touch. So now Garchomp is poisoned, which is definitely huge for me. So he's gonna go for an Earthquake, and that is definitely gonna take out Toxic Slippy, which is fine. I believe I bring Rotom back in this. I believe I bring Rotom on this turn, or I bring in Houndoom. I think it's Rotom though. So yeah, this Garchomp getting burned, me getting poisoned was very huge for me. So yeah, he's gonna switch out Garchomp, and he's gonna go into the Rotom, me into the Porygon, as I believe I went for. Okay, I went for a Hydro Pump right here. So I go for the Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump does not that much, but the burn does help. So I'm gonna switch Rotom again. Gonna bring in a Houndoom this time, and I'm going to a Mega Evolve and try and get as much damage on this thing as possible. He's gonna recover, so it's pretty much just gonna be a game of recover stall and stuff. So gonna be kind of boring, but anyways, I believe like I just kept going Dark Pulse every time and trying to flinch this thing. So yeah, I'm gonna Mega Evolve. Dark Scarlet. Go for a Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse does good amount, but yeah, I don't get the flinch on this turn, but and he goes for the Tri Attack, and Tri Attack does a huge amount actually. So I have to go for a Dark Pulse, and I have to try and flinch this thing. So go for a Dark Pulse. I get the flinch, and Porygon 2 is pretty much done. So that flinch really mattered. If I didn't get that flinch, I definitely would have lost this match. But yeah, that flinch definitely paid off. Garchomp's gonna come in. Garchomp can't outspeed, so yeah, Houndoom pretty much takes the game with the Dark Pulse. So good game, Payton. That was fun. definitely a fun battle and a very close one as well. So yeah. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in another Wi-Fi battle. Take care.